Good morning. My name is Elena Kingethi. I am the founder and proud CEO of EK Management and Associates in Raytown, Missouri. This morning, I want to talk about the venture of entrepreneurship. The venture of entrepreneurship. And if you don't mind, I kind of want to cater toward the women this morning. I watched the movie last night, and it was probably one of the most motivating and inspiring movies I've seen in a long time. The name of the movie was Joy. If you haven't seen it, if you're on the verge of entrepreneurship, if you're thinking about starting a business, whether you're a man or a woman, it is an awesome movie that will motivate you and make you want to keep going and keep at it. Anyway, the movie is about the lady, her name is Joy, and she is the inventor of the Miracle Mop. And it's found on QVC as well as the Home Shopping Network. But you guys know what it is. Like I had to Google it, but it came out in the 90s, and it's the mop that you mop the floor, and you don't ever have to touch the mop. You can just go like that. Anyway, Joy basically changed the whole mop industry. If you use Swiffer now, or if you use any mop that's not your traditional mop, I believe that we can thank Joy. I think we can thank Joy because the way the mop is, like when I was watching the movie, I was like, that is so true. I don't mop. I don't like mopping at all. But I like the sponge mops where I can just, squishy. I don't like to squeeze through, all of the cotton and everything. Anyway, and so Joy's idea came from that. She cut her hand and she had to squeeze the mop. It was just, you have to watch the movie and see. Anyway, so Elena, what's that about motivation? So in the process of the movie, you see Joy holding on to this dream of this miracle mop. When people didn't believe in her dream, when her investors threatened to pull out, you see so many different angles. It made me think, what are you willing to do for your dream? How far are you willing to take this thing? Whatever it is, it doesn't matter what type of business it is, whether it's a trucking business or a home daycare or anything. How far are you willing to take your dream? When will you get to the parking lot and say, that's it, I'm done with it, I'm not going any further? In the movie, Joy is actually sent to jail because of her dream. In the movie, she took a second mortgage out on her house. In the movie, there's a period where she files bankruptcy. I'm not sure if that all went through, but she did sign the papers for bankruptcy. I'm not saying that that's the road to entrepreneurship or anything like that. I'm not saying that those are the things you're going to have to go through. But as I was watching the movie, I reflected on myself, and I reflected on 8 years, 9 years actually, I've been moving this thing forward. And, you have good times, you have bad times. You have times when people don't believe in you, when your family is like, what are you doing? Are you crazy? Why don't you just go get a job? Because it makes no sense. You have times when you never thought that you would live, below a poverty line or below a certain level that you're used to. I can just remember so many different things within this past 9 years. Have I succeeded and made it to the plateau form that I want? Not at all. But movies like that encourage me. Movies like that say, you know what? I'm not going to give up. If I believe in this dream enough, I'm not going to give up. Obstacles may come, obstacles may go. But at the end of the day, all it takes is one person. All it takes is one person to believe, one person to dream, and one person to have faith. When one door is closed and knocked down, guess what? You go to the other door. When that door gets closed and knocked down, you crawl through a wall and you figure out a way to make this thing happen, to put it on the map, and to do what it is that you need to do. When the negative voices start fluttering in your head, because they will flutter, and they will tell you you're wasting your time, you can't do this, you don't have enough money. I mean, I cry right now. In fact, I cried when I watched the movie because I just thought about the journey that I've taken And how many times I was so ready to give up. I literally, like, some days have to push myself out of the bed. No, Elena, you're going to do this. No, Elena, you're going to do this. You have too many things. You got too many gifts, too many talents. You came this far for a reason. And so it's no turning back and it's no giving up. So if you're thinking about starting a business and you're on the borderline, do I want to start a business? Do I not want to start a business? The dreaming part is the easy part. The dreaming part is the fun part. The productivity, the initiative, the get out there, the fall down, get back up, get your knee skinned, get your thigh skinned, and your foot skinned, and your face skinned, and everything skinned, but still to get back up and to keep going at it and to keep believing. And I must say this before I close this out. If one avenue of the dream doesn't work, you have to be willing to turn. You got to be willing to take different avenues. You cannot stay like, this is just it. This is just it. You'll see in her movie how she gets creative and she goes out, she meets different people and things like that. The people in her life that told her not to listen to certain people, you see her developing into this strong, powerful CEO businesswoman that's making decisions, that's calling shots, that is doing what she needs to do. And you see that she encircles herself around positive advisors with wisdom, advisors that have her back. You'll notice that, she has some of those negative people in her life, but she gets them out of her life and she gets that positive energy into her life. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about that this morning, and I pray your success in whatever you do. But before you do and you take that step and you get that business registered and you write that business plan and you get the financing that you need, think, how far am I willing to take this thing? Because you don't know how far you're going to go until, guess what? You get that far. Thank you. Have an awesome day. Bye.